Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be filming everything, well, not everything, but some of the books that I have got on my Kindle. Now I use it's a Fire tablet, but I call it Kindle. So everything that I have got on my Kindle, I love my Kindle so much. I use it all the time, but I have got a lot. So if you would like a part 2 for this video, then comment down below, because I'm not going to be able to do show you all the books in this video, because we will be here for a very, very long time. So let's get right into it. Okay, I don't know if I'll be able to do this properly, but I'm going to try and do my best. So this is kind of like the setup of it. And like, this is how many books there are. Like, there is a lot. There's a lot of books. So I'm just gonna do as many as I can. I'll probably show you like 10 maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But let's get right into it. So the first book, I'm gonna show you the ones that I've got for Kindle Unlimited at the moment, because obviously they're on my Kindle, but they're not gonna stay on my Kindle. But I'm hoping to get them for my Kindle one day. But the first one is COVID Clause. I have heard that this is really terrible, but it can be funny, if that makes sense. Like, it's that bad, it's funny. So it's only 20 pages long, so I thought I would give it a go. And it's December, and you know it's going to be a very fun, very Christmassy. Yeah. I'm guessing it's Christmassy anyway. But yeah, so I have heard that it's terrible, like really terrible, but you will laugh at some of the things that they say. The next one is Christmas in the Scottish Highlands. I don't know much about this. I believe that it is like a romance book, like Christmas book. I could be wrong. Last night I got this for my Kindle and it just looked good, so I thought I would give it a go. I mean, why not? It sounds good. So if I don't like it, and then, but I doubt that I won't. The next one is Twisted Games. Now this is the second book from Twisted Love, basically. It's obviously a duology. So I loved Twisted Love so much. No pun intended. But I really want to read Twisted Games now, but I'm scared to, just in case it's not as good as Twisted Love. But I've heard that they're both brilliant, so I am hoping to read that this month as well. But I'm scared to read it, but I'm excited to read it, and I really want to read it, so I'm hoping to do that within the next couple of days. The next one is Her Perfect. This is, from what I've heard, a teacher-student romance. So again, I don't know much about it except for the trope, but I have heard some people say that they enjoyed it. So I am willing to give it a go. Seems good, looks good, so why not give it a go? Now the next one is There Are No Saints and There Is No Devil. So that's a series. As you can see here, they put the series in folders, which I love. But this is a series, and I have heard so many good things about this series. Like, it obviously it is dark, because from what I've heard, it's about like two men. One of them have got their eye on her to kill her, and one have got their eye on her because they actually like her. So interesting. It's like, I've never read a book like this before, so it's going to be interesting. And I've heard that people love the first one, but they love the second one more, and the second one only recently came out. So I think it did come out on the first. I'm not sure, but it sounds amazing. I've heard that it is amazing, so I'm hoping to read that very soon. Okay, the next one that I have is Tide by Carrion. Now, a couple of months ago, I can't remember when it was, I think it was in August, but a couple of months ago, I read Torn by Carrion. So Tide is the second book to Torn. So if you don't know, Torn is a dad's best friend, and Tide, oh, I can't remember, but you meet okay. I can't remember what the trope was for Tide, but it is connected into Torn kind of, because you see this guy, and I'm pretty sure it's the man in Torn's brother. And he lives in the mountains, he's very closed off, and he saves someone from being kidnapped. So that's what it's about. Like, that's a mini description. What is wrong with my brain today? I don't know. But yeah, I have heard that it's good, and I love Torn. I gave Torn 5 out of 5 stars, so I think that I will love Tide as well. The next one is the Voya series. Now, I only have the first, second, third book at the moment, because I didn't see the point in getting all of the series at the moment, but obviously I can. Now, this series I have heard so many good things about, like so many good things about. Now I'm hoping to read this whole series this month. I don't think that is going to happen because it's already like the 7th of December. So I don't know. We'll see. And I also want to get some Christmas books in. But I don't know. We'll find out. But I have heard this series is amazing, especially the first book. Like, I didn't even... Right, story time. I didn't realise that this was a series. The 6th book in the series, Teacher, I heard lovely, like, Laura? I heard that this, like, Teacher, this book was so good. And so for months I was just like looking and waiting to read that one book, and then more to Mary, she was talking about Voya, and then I realized, I was like, hold on, this is a series. Like, I know you can read the series separately, like you don't have to read it in order, you don't have to read the whole series because they are different tropes. So like the first book is teacher student, I think, or was that a 6th book? I don't know, but I know the 4th one is like a surprise pregnancy. So they've all got different tropes, and it doesn't matter if you read them in order, if you read them all at all. But all I know is that it's great from what I've heard. So I can't wait to read that. I've been wanting to read it for a while, so hopefully I'll get to it soon. The next one is The Cheat Sheet. I heard Steph Boyer talking about this, and she said that it was really good. It's basically a friends to lovers, I think. So one is a ballerina and then one plays football, and obviously they're friends, and then they start to like each other. But I have heard it more places, and every review that I have heard about it, they've stated that it's good. And again, I'm hoping to read this book in December, so this month. But yeah, I can't wait, and I'm also hoping to do that one very soon because it sounds amazing, looks amazing. So if I can read it soon. Next one is Defy. Now, this is the 2nd book of the Sinner and Saints series. So I have read the first book, which is up there. I've read the first book. I liked it. So I'm reading the 2nd one, and the 2nd one is more of like a novella type book because it is actually a book, but it's like just over 100 pages long. I think it's 121 pages long, 120. So, was it 190 something? I don't know. But it's very short, so I hope to get to that soon. I did start reading it in November, so not long ago. I read like 2 or 3 pages, but I just stopped for no reason, pretty much. I started reading Tested Love, and I just never went back to it. So I am hoping to finish that, or I might as well restart it very soon. The next book I have is The Spanish Love Deception. I have stopped reading this, and there's been no reason for it at all. I'm 60 pages in. I have just been reading so many other books, I kind of forget about The Spanish Love Deception and the fact that I'm reading it. I was loving it when I was reading it. So it's not the fact that I've stopped reading it because I hate it, because I don't. I love it. But it's just the fact of I've been reading like paperback books, and I haven't used my Kindle in a while. Like, it's the longest I've never used it, because I'm trying to read all of my paperbacks. But I need to get back to that, because I was really enjoying it. So I don't know why I just stopped there. The next one is, I can't see, Den of Vipers. I have also heard good things about this. I've heard some people say that they don't like it, and I believe it's because it's a dark romance. So if you're not into dark romances, then obviously you won't like it. But I have heard some people say that it's amazing and hyping it up so much. So I really want to read this. It's just I need to make sure that I'm really committed to it, because it's a very long book. So that can be very intimidating. I find big books intimidating. Like, at the moment I'm reading Medicine Man, and I'm finding it intimidating because it is like 466 pages, I think. So almost 500 pages, and that terrifies me. Like, if it's like 350 pages, I can possibly get through that without being terrified, but anything more scares me. And it's the fact of, like, knowing it's going to take me a bit longer to get through it. I don't know, it's weird. Just like Mariana Zapata books, I want to read her books so much. I haven't read one yet, but I've heard they are all so good, and I do have 3 on my TBR list this month. But it terrifies me because all of her books are huge, plus they're slow burns, so I have to be in the right state of mind. I have to be in the mood for a slow burn. It's crazy, I know. I'm not a big fan of big books, even though, you know, they never used to bother me. But recently, they just terrify me. It's so weird. Next one is Playing with Fire. Now, this, let me just say, this I've heard so many good things about. Like, so many good things about. The amazing thing is I also believe this has a playlist. And I love playlists and books. Like, love them. Because what I do is I read the book, and then after I've read the book, I will like listen to all of the songs, and it's amazing. I love it. Now, I have been into music my whole life, and I'm kind of known as the person who knows every single song in the world, pretty much. I don't, but that's what I'm known as, because you play a song, I most likely know it. But there are some that I surprisingly don't know in playlists. But I love reading the book and understanding what the book is about and everything, listening to the playlist and being like, oh my god, this song relates to this book so much, or oh, this is the song that they're playing in the scene. Just like sometimes I will, if I'm reading a scene and they are like dancing to a song, or there's a song playing in the background, I will either play the song, or I'll read the scene then listen to the song, or I listen to the song then read the scene. It depends what I'm in the mood for, what book it is, and whatever. But I love playlists and books, and that's, which sounds bad, but that's one reason why I want to read Playing with Fire. But I have also heard that it's like amazing, so I want to read that. Okay, the next thing that I have got for Kindle Unlimited on my Kindle, I've just knocked my Kindle over, is the Maid series. So that's The Sweetest Obsession, The Maddest Oblivion, and The Darkest Temptation. I am hoping to read this month. I've been meaning to read this for like 2 months now. 2 months. That is terrible. Now, I was going to start The Sweetest Obsession Oh, I got that so wrong. It's The Sweetest Oblivion, The Madness Obsession. Sorry, my mistake. I was going to start The Sweetest Oblivion. The only problem is I just wasn't in the mood for Mafia. What? Yeah, I was in the mood for Mafia, which is really weird. Now, that's very unusual for me, but I think that was because I was more into like but at the time I was more into novellas, so I was just reading novellas, and that was because I was going through a reading slump. So it's not because of the book. I have heard amazing things about the series, but yeah, I was into novellas because obviously I was going through a huge reading slump. I wasn't reading proper books, but now that I'm out of my reading slump, thankfully, because that was terrible, I'm hoping to read it, and you won't be able to see it, but those are my book goals, which actually I can show you. So as you can see, this is off topic for a second. These are all of my book goals. Now I did post a TikTok of my book goals, so if you want to go and check that out, link will be in the description. But these are all of my book goals. I've decided to write them down, and as you can see here, but I'll read my goals out for fun. Off topic, like I said, for a second. Special Love, Deception, The Score, Twisted Love, Her Best Friend's Death, Bad Boys Break Hearts, Tide, Voya, Lovers, Saviour, Defy, Rukas, Scandalous, Bane, Teach Me How, Balance, Courty, Garden Temptation, The Crush, Medicine Man, We Shouldn't, Hush Hush, The Sweetest Oblivion, The Maddest Obsession, The Darkest Temptation, The Love Hypothesis, It Ends With Us, Normal People, Pride and Prejudice, Wuthering Heights, The Great Gatsby, A Song of Achilles, Final Girls, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and Act Your Age, Eve Brown. So there are all the books I was hoping to finish before the end of the year. I can promise you that's not going to happen. So I have read The Score, Twisted Love, Teach Me How, Garden Temptation, Pride and Prejudice, and Final Girls. That's all I've done so far. So, yeah, completely off topic, but now back on topic. I want to read that. That's what I've got. The Maid series, and I have heard brilliant things about it. Everyone has hyped it up, so I have no doubt that it is good. Okay, the next one is Stay With Me. Now, I don't know anything about this, but it looks good. I have heard people say that they've enjoyed it, and yeah, so I can't really tell you much about it because I don't know much about it. I want to go into it kind of blind. So yeah, I've heard wonderful things about the whole series, because it is a series, and it just looks good. It seems good, so I can't wait to read that as well. Okay, that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye!